Hey, how you guys doing? Uh, Super excited to film this pilot. This has been a long time coming. It's been a journey to get to where I am today. And so I'm super excited to put this all together for you guys to kind of get a little bit of background on who I am, what I'm trying to accomplish this year, and give you a little more insight into the vision that I have for this build and the excitement that's going into this thing and the people that I'm getting involved and just really falling in love with the whole process. So a little bit of background on who I am. My name is Jacob. I'm from Minnesota, born and raised, and then moved out to California in San Diego a couple years ago with my wife. Been a huge motorsports fanatic ever since I was a little kid. Raced motocross growing up. Always loved cars, wanted to race cars professionally. So really just fell in love with that whole scene at a very early age. So it's always been in my mind. It's always been kind of like eating away at me to get like super ingrained in this community. And now just turning 28, this is what I'm committing my life to. So it's really exciting. Like I feel invigorated. I feel so amped up to finally have an understanding of what my passion truly is in life and how I'm going to take hold of that. I worked in a car shop growing up. It was my best friend's parents' shop, and I was a parts runner for a few years in high school, and those were like the glory days for me. I mean, just being around cars, being around mechanics, doing cool things, picking up and dropping off cool car parts. I was just always amazed, and not a single second of any of that felt like work to me. It just felt like I was doing what I was called to do. So it really just cemented in my mind, like, wow, I really want to have a life surrounded by this. I want to work with the most amazing people. I want to make the most amazing connections, do incredible things that people have never imagined possible, and do that all with cars. And so that really cemented when I was a kid, and I'm just finding that passion again now. So I'm excited to really share that with you guys. As you can see behind me, the car, this is the shell of my 325 IS BMW, 1989 M-Tech. So we stripped this down, my neighbors and I, over the course of about 4 days. So it came into the garage, and I told them, I was like, hey, I got this vision. I want to do this, and I need some help because I won't be able to do this all by myself. And luckily, I have the most incredible neighbors, some close friends of mine that have just grown to help appreciate the project and the process. Really got me to where it is right now, which is the starting point. And I have big visions and dreams around this car. And what I want to do is this is going to be in SEMA. SEMA is 296 days away. Every day I'm updating on my social pages that counter because I'm using that as an accountability factor. Because 296 days seems like it's pretty far away, but in reality, it's not far at all. I mean, it's less than 10 months. Yeah, like close, but that clock is ticking, and there's not a lot of time to sit around and try to figure things out. That's going to slow down the progress to getting this thing onto SEMA. I have aspirations and goals to do things that have never been done on this chassis. I want to put an S58 in it. I thought about putting in a 2JZ. But the 2JZ, it's been done before. It is now what is known as like a common swap in the industry for this chassis, the E30, and it didn't feel right to try to put something that has a playbook. To my knowledge and to the knowledge of my circle and the people I talk to, there hasn't been an E30 chassis with an S58 swap in it done yet. And so my goal, my vision is to make that happen, be the first to do it and submit it to SEMA to draw in the crowd of showing people like, if you do put in the work, you do understand that through all the trials and the tribulations that you can find a way to do it, it will get done. And that's what I'm aiming to do this year in 296 days with the SEMA build. I've been building a lot of relationships with brands all over the California area as well as out of state to understand and figure out what sponsorship opportunities could look like, getting them excited about the vision of the build, and really just drumming up excitement and getting more people involved, because I understand that this thing is going to take a village to make possible. There's no way that I could do this in a year by myself. It would take many years. Some of the coolest builds I've ever seen, some of the most crazy things ever done on this chassis, people have taken 3, 5, 10 years to do, but they were doing it by themselves. And I have tremendous respect for that. I just know that without a team, I won't be able to hit the goals that I have for this build and the milestones that I'm setting for myself every single month. And so I have an idea over the last 7 or 8 months of people I've been meeting with, people I've been getting excited with and talking about the build and trying to identify who would be the best fit to make this dream a reality, because I know it's possible. It's without a doubt in my mind capable, and I know that I'm going to be able to make it happen with all the right people in my corner. And so I'm really excited to share that with everyone. And I think as I continue to work through this build, as I make crazy progress in it, but then experience huge setbacks, and I get to share that with everyone, I can show everyone that it wasn't just a straight line to the finish line. Like, I know right now in this form that this thing is going to go through the ringer to get to SEMA. And that journey is what's going to make this so much fun. Like, I am looking forward to all of the things that I get to experience to get it to where we get to roll it onto the show floor and just be so incredibly proud of what we accomplished together, and just have everyone there that made it possible, because that's like the pinnacle of this whole thing, is pushing it on and just being able to celebrate that with everyone. And I truly have that vision so cemented in my mind that that's what it's going to look like. That's what's going to happen. And I think with that, I want this journey to be able to paint a new light on the car community. I want to try to spark a movement in the industry and in the car community itself, and specifically here in Southern California, to try to emphasize what can be done when you bring people on to your vision. When you have an idea, when you understand that there's something crazy that you can try to accomplish with a build, and then you set your mind to it, and then you find all the right people that can make that happen. I want to create that mindset where people don't look at things as being impossible or out of reach. I want people to think that they can dream big and then they can accomplish those dreams quite easily, because they have all the support systems in place through the community that I want to try to facilitate through this build. And I know I will grow that community, and I know I will facilitate all those relationships with all these people that are just as passionate about cars as I am, to be able to go in and make such a difference in people's lives and do such incredible things that people have never thought possible. I think with this pilot, I really wanted to encapsulate like my vision, my passion, and my excitement for this build. And I really have to owe a lot of that to the people that have supported me so far to get to where I am today. A big person in my life being my wife. She just for years has constantly motivated me and inspired me to find a way to get into cars, to understand that my passion, my livelihood should be centered around cars. I should be doing this every single day, all day, because whenever I'm with her, it's all I talk about, and it's all I ever point out to her, and she's always just being like, Jacob, you got to just do this. You got to just chase this, because this is your life. This is your passion. This is your dream. Like, you can't do anything else at this point. And I've really, since turning 28, I've really just decided to lean into that and understand that, like, I'm going to have to go through a lot, and I'm going to experience all that with all the support systems and the people around me that are going to make it continue to be possible and to motivate me and inspire me to continue to chase my dreams. Um, and I owe that all to her, because I wouldn't be where I am today and in the position that I'm in doing this and taking these risks and be willing to put myself out there in a way where I can make this happen if it weren't for her. I have my brother and my parents that have just seen this passion and desire with cars and this whole livelihood with me as well, and have been extremely supportive, very influential, inspiring for me. My brother just constantly sending me things, words of encouragement, ideas, just telling me how he wants to get involved. And it just like re-cements the idea of like, there is a huge community in this. And I know it starts with my family and it grows outward and my friends. And as I just continue to talk about it more and more and get excited with people and show them like what I'm seeing as a possibility in the not so distant future, they start to share that excitement, and then they get behind me, and I'm like, wow, this is quite an invigorating feeling. I've never felt this way in a day-to-day job. I've never been in the tech industry, which I've been doing for the last 7 or 8 years, and felt the way that I do when I just talk about cars for 15 minutes, or when I meet people and they inspire me to do things that I've never thought of being able to do, and they just do that naturally by motivating me to continue to chase my dreams. So it's just a huge thank you to everyone that's supported me so far, that's taken that time to talk to me, to share thoughts or wisdom, to motivate me or inspire me or help me out when I need it. And I think I want to make one of the big goals, one of the focuses that I have for this vision, is to just continually pay back to the community and find ways to inspire and motivate people to do big things and to make their dreams become a reality, because I know that I'm going to make it happen. And if I can do it, I know definitely that you can do it. There's just no reason you shouldn't be able to accomplish what you have in your mind. And I know that through all this, like, I will be able to experience the most amazing journey and experiences that life has to offer. And with that, and with this build, I'll be able to enjoy it. And the people around me will be able to build me up, and I'll be able to just be so blessed through the whole process of being able to come so far, realizing that just a few months ago, I was so lost in what I wanted to do in my life and didn't understand what direction I was going. I felt just out of place and so confused on what I should be doing. And I think at that point, I realized what really mattered most and what I had to do. And now I'm committing fully to it, and there's no turning back. So if you haven't already, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok. The handle is Unauthorized Tuner. YouTube channel as well as Unauthorized Tuner. Share this with your friends. If you have any friends that are in the car community that would be interested in this build, that would want to be able to follow the progress, see the journey, it's going to happen fast. 296 days is not a lot of time. And I'm going to make it my mission through this journey to post and update as often as possible, because I know that you guys would want to be able to see the crazy things that we're going to be doing to this, because a lot of this is going to be world first. It's stuff that's never been done, or it's been attempted and it's not been successful, or it's just stuff that we're going to have to figure out because we're designing it. We're trying to understand, how do you do this? So I will be posting this stuff as often as possible. I have had so many friends and loved ones throw themselves at offering to help shoot content, to film and video. And so I am very thankful for all those people, because those people will also make it possible to capture all these incredible moments that will take place over these next 296 days. And I want to make that a priority, because I know if I'm providing you guys with the content of showing you how I've been inspired in my life to accomplish my dreams and do what I thought could be possible, but didn't fully believe it, then showing you guys through the content that we're going to capture in these incredible moments and through this journey will cement the idea in your guys' head that all this stuff is possible and you can do it. You just have to believe in yourself and surround yourself with the people in your life that will make it possible. So thank you so much for listening to me talk about the pilot of my E30 SEMA build. I'm super excited to share this with you guys as it is developed and baked out. Again, unauthorized tuner. Really appreciate you guys. On all social, you can follow me, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for staying with me through the video and kind of hearing me. No, I think that's good. That's good. That's really good. Okay.